What up, family? Get a news report, Mary Dash, Twin Mary Lee. Today is Soulful Sunday in my city, Chicago. September the 18th, 2022. It is no longer Sinful Sunday. It is Soulful Sunday. It's going out to all the people that love food and, gourmet dishes and junk food. Back in the day, they had a movie called Soul Food. I'll put it in the description of this video. I love food, but, some people don't even like to see people eat, because, especially if you're eating healthy and trying to take care of yourself. K Reno, shout out to K Reno, man. You did a fabulous job on your song, Food Poison. I was poisoned. This is a serious video, so please take me seriously. Everybody need to download that song by K Reno, Food Poison, and get an idea of what's going on with your health and the food industry. Now, this is not going to be a popular video, especially for people who are trying to kill us. I myself have been food poisoned 6 times. Once when I was a little girl, about 9 years old, 9, 10, something like that. I was with my foster parents, the Redmonds, when I used to live 1335 East 75th Street. And it was some Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I figured it probably was the Kentucky Fried Chicken on 75th and Stony Island, due to the fact, that's the closest one that's been there since I was a little girl. Long story short, don't quote me on that, but I do remember it being Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I believe the reason why, I got food poison on purpose is because I am the originator of rap music since the age of 8, 1975. Also, I was in Chicago Sun-Times newspaper at the age of 6 in 1973 for standing up for myself and being a child abuse victim. And when people come into your world, land, country, house, invaders, or whatever the case may be, and they're not from this region of the world, this landmass called America, first thing they're going to do 9 times out of 10 is kill the parents, if not both the father, and raise the children for slaves or whatever the case it is. That's just how war goes, I guess. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I myself don't like talking about stuff like this. I hadn't really thought about it until, I start adding up how many times people have made attempts on my life and the hell I've gone through and the hard work I put in to get nothing out the deal. I've never had a day at the spa, never had a real vacation, unless it was older people child trafficking me, for sex or whatever the case, work. You understand what I'm saying? And just trying to use me up like a Hebrew slave. You understand? Me being a native of the land, Chicago, America, and like I said, worth something. It doesn't make it any easier for me. So I've been a target for a long time. I'm still a target. Another time I was poisoned, I was at Atlanta. By this time, they had railroaded me to try to discredit me because, I won't shut up and be quiet. And, they railroaded me and put me in prison, May 31st, 2008, for so-called disarming a police officer, something I did not do, on Devon and Clark. Never had a felony. I was upstanding in my community, a pillar in my community, if you like to use that type of word. I fought hard to show this generation that's up and coming right now, the young MAs and people who watch me grow up selling general merchandise, doing the right thing, not selling drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to be a role model for them so they won't, get railroaded in the end like most of them are, going through now because, everybody wanted a quick buck and don't want to work and stuff. And they took an easy way out, which is not Nothing in life is easy. You have to work hard. So yeah, I was on parole, and I wanted to go to, you know, Atlanta. I was trying to figure out where's all this coming from. And I was at a shelter, and they poisoned me. It was around Christmas. I believe it was in 2009 or 10. It was about 2010. And I think it was the Salvation Army in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was the only one that got poisoned. And I felt like I was going to die. I was throwing up all night. Nobody really cared or anything. Nobody said, do you want me to call the ambulance? The ambulance didn't come. I just kind of went through it. And that was that. Maybe somebody just wanted to get rid of me and stuff. But I'll tell you this. When I left Atlanta, I seen somebody that looked like T.I., but it wasn't T.I. Now, I don't know if that person was trying to tell me that T.I. was behind it, or the clones that's trying to get rid of the originals are stepping up, being bolder than the originals. So, originals, you need to step your game up is what I'm trying to get you to understand, because the clones are definitely getting over. So that was, 2 times. And then 2 times I've been poisoned right here in my city, Chicago, again, at a shelter called Sarah Circle. You understand what I'm saying? And I was staying in the shelter part of the program called Sarah Circle in Uptown in my city, Chicago. And I was only there for about a week, and I got poisoned twice. About in 1 week, it was like the same type of poison that happened to me in Atlanta, where I was up all night throwing up and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody else got poisoned. So, of course, I ended up leaving there, and they railroaded me out of there. It's just because I keep standing up for myself. So that's 4 times. On the Cook County Jail in 2016, they gave me enough drugs in my food, and they used to play with my food and, poison it. They didn't want me to go to court or whatever. And if I would have ate it, I wouldn't be here today. The spirit took over, and, I didn't eat that food. Since I've been here, 6210 South Kembark Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60637, apartment 308, the one with the white door. When I first got here, May 31st of 2017, I guess they tried to finish me off. I wanted to work out at Planet Fitness. As you can see, I still have the Planet Fitness stickers. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And, I wanted to, work on my health because of what they had done to me and stuff. They gave me cancer in 2016. We're talking about food poison and, drug and, whatever. I put the description of K. Reno. He could tell you about it better than I can. So I was working out for about a week. And, when I work out for real. And I guess somebody didn't want me working on myself. And, of course, they came in my room and poisoned me. Now, it wasn't as bad as it was at Sarah Circle or Atlanta, but it was enough for me to take notice. So, telling you this to say, somebody's definitely trying to kill me. You understand what I'm saying? Back in the day, they used to hit my cars and stuff, and I just thought it was an accident. But it goes back to Donna Marie Evans when she made some spaghetti for me. When I first met her, I was 18 years old, and she was 29 years old. I guess she was trying to get back in the game or whatever and stuff, and thought I was a sucker for love or a pretty face. And she made me some spaghetti. You can't eat everybody's food. Can't eat everybody's spaghetti. And when I got railroaded in 1995, after they pretty much knew I was somebody and fight for my life, because I gave my story to Oprah Winfrey in 1984 at the age of 17, again in 1995 at the age of 28. And of course, they used me up and threw me on the psych ward and gave me a shot. And I wasn't drinking, drugging, smoking, or fornicating around that time. And I'm not now. And, they gave me a shot called Hell Dog. You understand what I'm saying? Now, my system pure. They just using me for experimental purposes, I guess. And I woke up 3 days later from the drug they gave me, Hell Dog, with my face in a plate of spaghetti. This is real talk. So all you got to do is, you know, remember who you was around at the time and what happened. If you're a young person listening to this, and you can about figure out who trying to kill you and stuff. Everybody that comes into my life either trying to use me up, fuck me, screw me, or kill me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm worth so much, and I only get about $800 a month, and a lot of that goes towards junk food because, you know, I don't like restaurants or whatever and stuff. But I'm working on coming the 25th, which is T.I.'s birthday. September 25th, and it's also Daughter National Day or whatever and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if they wasn't trying to lynch me, I got this this jersey for free at Sarah Circle. 2 and 4 is 6. Like I said, I was in Chicago Sun-Times newspaper at the age of 6 in 1973, and you see it say lynch. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, the best things in life are free. But I bought this shirt right here. It says, if only sarcasm burn calories, you know. See, I like working out and I like doing the right thing, things of that nature, but, you know, people don't like you when you're doing the right thing. When you're doing the right thing, that's when they come after you. Why? Because they make money off of you. Every time a colored person or a person from the land that's original dies, an immigrant takes their money, property, and prestige, and that's why so many of us are, you know, few and far between, especially if we're originals. Originals need to come back together. Like when we was hungry and we was trying our best to come up and live and stuff, these people are too and stuff, man. You know, they don't care about what we've been through. It's obvious, you know, you can tell from what I'm going through. And I'm not just willing to lay down and die for a little bit of nothing, even if I was worth, even if I had the money that I'm worth, and I know I'm worth at least a zillion, you understand what I'm saying? But I'll just say a trillion, you understand? If I made Oprah $1 billion, and that's all a lot of people is talking about is billions, that's still a lot of money. It's only 8 billion people in the world. They could have been solved homelessness and all that. You know, people need to go back to the basics and stuff. I try to tell people, but of course they didn't understand, they didn't comprehend because all they saw was the money and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? We need to get our family back together. We need to start acting like, you know, we care for one another again and stop trying to hold people back. And definitely stop trying to use me as a respirator, especially when I'm dying. By, you know, what's that song by Tupac? Why am I fighting to live when I'm ready to die or something like that? I don't know. The soundtrack from Resurrection or whatever. See, these people that already got the money. You understand what I'm saying? They trying to kill the people who know that we know that they stole the money and we could have been, you know, prospered or whatever and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So they trying to kill off the witnesses pretty much, but social media has so many of them. That's why y'all have to keep going hard on social media and stop doing goofy stuff. Learn before they take that away, because they will take it away and stuff, because I go hard. Anything they give me that's going to be to my advantage, I'm going to rape that shit like they raped me as a little girl. You understand what I'm saying? 5 guys and stuff. Real talk. So you got to get them back by any means necessary. So I'll put all the good stuff in the description of this video. You know how I do. If you got new Mary McNamara, this the crown. They coming after the crown and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, we are all kings and queens, which means we all could have just stood up and represented ourselves. But instead, people want the easier, softer way. And you're going to have to reround either way it go to save your ass in the long run, because the young people that was trying to kill me to get my spot are now older, and the young people now is going to be trying to kill them. So you might as well get with me, motherfuckers that tried to kill me, so we can help the ones that's trying to kill us both. You understand what I'm saying? Stupid ass bitches. Fuck, that was the white ball. Let's see what failed. The number 1. I'm going to always be number 1. And it's going to always come after the number 1. You understand what I'm saying? Because, just to prove it, this the white ball. You understand what I'm saying? I hit it too hard and stuff, but they always want to come after the number 1. Everybody's number 1 now. See, I made everybody famous because of TikTok and social media. Now, this on page 40. This on page 720721. My ex-girlfriend, LaWanda Joy Jacobs, she wanted my goddamn spot. You understand? It's always the ones closest to you. This on chapter 47, 48. And it got a little bit of 46 and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? It says, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Jeremiah chapter 47, 48. Coming from behind, that's 84. Okay? Step the game up. Peace.